You ever found yourself craving some good orange chicken, but can't find a Chinese takeout anywhere, or you're just too lazy to go outside? Well, here's how you can do it in your Ninja Speedi, quick and easy and pretty inexpensively. What we've got are just some chicken breast nuggets from the Walmart Banquet brand. Any brand you want will work. Some salt and pepper. Some sweet orange marmalade. A little apple cider vinegar, some orange juice, and some honey. Now, this may not look like honey to you, but this is pure honey picked up in Mexico. It gets like that after you let it sit around. All you got to do is warm it up a little bit, and it pours great. And by the way, if you didn't know, honey is the only food in the world that will never go bad. Good to know, huh? Anyway, that's it. We're going to do this in our Speedi, and it's so quick and so easy. And we're also going to make some jasmine rice while we're cooking the chicken. To your Speedi pot, add 1 1/4 cup of water, 1 cup of jasmine rice, give that a little stir. Make sure all the rice is distributed. So it looks like that. Take your rack and go to the bottom. The reason we're putting this on the bottom is because we don't want our chicken nuggets to burn up being that close to the air fryer. Put in however many nuggets you guys think you need for a meal. That's probably more than enough. That leaves me a little in the bag for another meal. Go ahead and drop your pot into the Speedi. Close her down. Make sure your lever is in the up position for rapid cooker. Choose Speedi Meals because we have a rice on the bottom, protein on the top. Speedi Meals, which is basically like a steaming crisp. $3.90 is fine because we've lowered the chicken nuggets down. Now, if I were to do this on the top rack, because I had something more on the bottom, I would definitely lower that temperature. Time. I think 10 minutes is going to do it. I'm going to set it to 12. We'll check it and see how it goes. But I'm going to set it to 12, but I'm thinking 10 minutes. We will almost certainly stir those nuggets around probably 5 or 6 minutes in. Let's go ahead and start this. This is a steaming type setting. So this is a preheat. It's going to boil that water, get it to a steam, and then cook everything for us. Well, we're coming up on the 10-minute mark at about 10 seconds. I don't think you can see it on camera, but I got a really fair amount of steam coming out there, which tells me that my rice is not going to dry out. I did stir these chicken nuggets about halfway through, and that is the 10-minute mark. The rice should be good underneath. Just trying to get a little view of that. And these nuggets look good and crispy. I'm going to call it, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the second part and final part of this recipe. Take your nuggets out of the foodie. There they are. Don't they look great? I mean, they're ready to eat, but let's fix them up, make some orange chicken out of them. And also, go ahead and take your rice out. Store that somewhere where you're going to keep it warm for later. These are going to go back in a minute. And let's get this sauce ready. Just get your foodie pot a quick rinse. And to it, add 1/3 cup of orange juice. A minimum of 13 ounces of marmalade. This one is a little larger. We're going to add it all because we want all that orange goodness flavor we can get in there. If you don't cut orange or you don't like orange, I haven't tried it, but I believe you could probably substitute apricot and get a very similar flavor profile. But orange is what we're after today. 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar or less, according to taste. Apple cider vinegar is an acquired taste. It's quite strong, and too much can easily ruin a dish, but not having it in there at all is not really an option. We need it in there for the flavor. And go ahead and add your seasoning now. I'm not going to measure that. I'm just going to sprinkle some in. And finally, 3 tablespoons of honey. And I'm using this good honey we picked up in Mexico. 2, 3. Go ahead and stir that up. And that's good enough for now. And let's go get it into the Speedi on sear saute and melt all this together and add the chicken to it. Switch your Speedi over to the air fry mode if you're not already on it. Put it down there on sear saute. Choose high 3, H3. You can lift the lid at this point and fire it up. And we're just going to stir this around till everything melts and gets bubbly. And the longer you let it sit in here, the thicker it's going to get. Just turned it up to H4. I always like to start on 3 because I don't want to cook stuff too fast in the beginning. So I usually end up on 4. I rarely go to 5. 5 is an insane boil. And if you want to get this to go just a little quicker, all you got to do is close the lid on it, like that. Wait a couple minutes, open the lid, and she's going to be bubbling. Alright, this is the boil we're looking for. You can see it's still quite thin. But we're going to continue to boil this now with the lid open, because now we want to evaporate. We only shut the lid to speed it up. Now we want to evaporate it. We got it hot and bubbly just like that. And we want it fairly thick. And what you're seeing in there, of course, is the orange peel from the orange marmalade. So it's going to give it a really nice real orange flavor. We're starting to evaporate. I'm going to slowly start adding in my nuggets. Get them in here, get them coated. And I'm going to basically be dropping them in pretty much 1 or 2 at a time. I don't want to destroy the outer coating on them. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about right there, guys. That is what we're looking for. This, we're just going to simmer this until it's a thick glaze covering all of these nuggets. And I'm going to tell you what, this is going to be some of the best orange chicken I've ever had. Here we go, straight from the Ninja Speedi, jasmine rice, orange glazed chicken nuggets. And don't forget to save that sauce once you pull the nuggets out to pour over the top. Well, I've never had orange chicken come out looking like that from the Chinese restaurant. Let's see how it tastes. First off, let's get a good look at the chicken nugget inside. Juicy, tender, white meat, covered in this orange glaze with a little rice. Here we go. Still piping hot. Wow, that orange flavor is amazing. Man, it's just like I cut open an orange and pour it on top of it. That is really, really good. That is hands down better than any Chinese restaurant I've ever had. That's it, guys. That was simple. It was easy. It was pretty quick. And I didn't have to go out for it or pay some driver $5 tip to bring it to me. Thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon on the next video. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. Leave me some comments. See you soon.